Hey everybody, I'm Jason Yoder. Welcome to my channel. So if you watched the last episode when I was out and about, you saw that I was really battling some dreary conditions out here. And I'll be honest with you, today was supposed to be worse. But all of a sudden, the sun came out. We got a lot of wind, so that means we're going to head into the forest and try and do a little woodland photography today. So truth be told, this is actually a 4-day weekend for me, and I was planning on packing the tent and heading off to the coast and Olympic National Park, but the forecast was just terrible. Yeah, I don't think they were completely right, because as you can see, I got sunglasses on. We do have a lot of high winds today, so not going to be out in the open doing some grand landscape photography today. So what I decided to do is we're driving up to Anacortes Island, and we're going to go along Mount Erie and possibly even Lake Erie. Yes, there's a small Lake Erie there, and see if we can do some woodland type photography. Now, a couple of episodes ago, you guys saw that I'm trying to work on my woodland photography skills. It's not really a skill set that works that I'm good with. I grew up with the forests of Indiana, struggled there. These forests are, however, different because these are pine forests, and they're also very wet forests. I'm hoping with the sunlight that we are miraculously getting today, streaming through the forest, that we'll be able to find some interesting compositions. So let's get up to Mount Erie and see what we have to work with. Well, today may be a test of this microphone in the wind, because you certainly can hear the wind rustling through the tops of these trees. Luckily, there's not a whole lot down here, but you can tell by the way I dress, the temperature has changed. As a matter of fact, driving up here, the top of this mountain I decided to hike up is occasionally gets in the clouds. But I want to say hi to my new friends Dwayne and Dara. Just met them and had a nice talk with them before I jumped on the trail. And I have to say to Dara, I really am jealous of your office. She gets to see environments like this a lot. All right, so anyhow, guys, we're going to start hiking up the summit trail here, and I'm hoping to stop either on the way up or maybe on the way down, depending what the weather's doing, and see if I can photograph anything interesting. And I can already tell you, photographing this trail just caught my attention. I think, well, this actually is pretty cool. So if you look right here, well, what's neat is, first of all, there's water coming down the trail, but this does make a nice leading line through this very green, lush area. So I'm going to try and find some place to put my backpack down that's not going to get soaked, and see if I can capture an image. Well, we got the shot all set up here. I did notice in my histogram that the sky's going to be blown out, so I'm shooting bracketed. We'll just combine the images later in Lightroom. But the sky is pretty white right now. The other problem is the reflection, the glare coming off the water. Just discovered I left my circular polarizer at home. I'll have to pick one of those up, but let's take the shot and see what happens. So something I just realized a problem I'm going to have here is because of my longer shutter speeds, these plants are moving pretty quickly. There's going to be a lot of blur, so I just turned up my ISO to 400. May have to go even higher than that for some of these plants. Also, I just realized that the bracketed images will be very difficult to work with because of all the moving plants and these winds. So this is going to be a challenging day. something I'm definitely enjoying is all this green. Seriously, where I live, we have somewhat of a green, but this is green. So I think I found something here. This is a very steep incline I'm on right now. The trail is of course being used as a leading line for the viewer to draw their eye into the image, but it's also got some framing going on from this leaning tree. And the fact that the trail's curving up means we're going to be able to see quite a bit of it. So I'm going to go ahead and set up and see if I can capture this image. What I'm looking for is something that's going to stand out from the noise of everything that's around it. And I also have to give my mindset is usually to take those large landscapes, and that just may not work here. I may have to look for something a little bit more intimate. So just keeping my eyes open, my mind open, as I'm enjoying this walk. Something I've noticed from years of experience is that, yes, even though it's on the tripod, remember the soil here, particularly now it's all wet, really is interconnected. And if you're moving, you can move your tripod, you can move your camera a little bit, cause some blur in your images. So you'll notice that pretty much when the images start taken, I'm not shifting my weight or moving my feet. That just helps give me a much more clear, crisper image. Seriously, who comes up with these trails? As we near the top, the driving wind renders my microphone useless. The low clouds obscure what may be epic views of the North Cascades and Mount Baker. Well, I think that's about it for today. I'm heading down to the Jeep and going back to where I'm staying and get some work done. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed some of the photography that we did and also this really cool location. And I'll also put on the locations newsletter from my patrons where I believe I'll be coming back, because I think I found on the side of that mountain, had to do a little exploring, I think I found a place where I can photograph Mount Baker. It's too cloudy to see it, but according to some signage and some of the bearings I took, I think I found the spot, so we'll see. So guys, remember to hit that subscribe button, and please consider opening your hearts and homes to a shelter animal. And if you cannot, please consider donating to your local animal shelter. Never stop exploring, everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode.